What if I told you that the only wall between you and the bank account you've imagined is the story you keep whispering to yourself? Feel that knot in your chest tighten, because that knot is the signal that something powerful is about to shift. Are you ready to rewrite that story right now? If a spark is flickering inside you, drop a fire emoji in the comments. I can feel it through the screen. Welcome to the Mental Wealth Lab. I'm the guide who has walked the hidden corridors of the mind that the world's richest people guard like secret vaults. In the next 45 minutes, you will learn exactly how to program your subconscious, visualize like a billionaire, and make decisions that force money to flow toward you. Real results, real people. You'll see snapshots of those who turned a single thought into $10,000 in 30 days, and others who quit their 9-to-5 after mastering this formula. We'll break everything down into 4 pillars: desire, faith, subconscious programming, and the sixth sense. Each pillar holds multiple hidden chapters that I will unpack one by one. If you're serious about wealth, hit the subscribe button now. The algorithm loves committed learners, and the universe loves decisive action. Let's ignite the first pillar: desire, the spark that lights every empire. Desire is not a wish. It is an electromagnetic field that pulls opportunity toward you. Science tells us that desire lights up the brain's dopamine circuits, turning abstract longing into concrete energy. Napoleon Hill once said, "What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." That is not a metaphor. It is a law written in the wiring of every neuron. Comment the word desire if you feel that energy now. There is a crucial difference between a fleeting wish and an ardent desire. A wish is a candle flickering in a breeze. It can be snuffed out by the smallest doubt. An ardent desire is a furnace, a roaring fire that consumes every distraction. To turn a wish into a furnace, you must define it with crystal clarity. Write down the exact amount of money you want to attract. Not a vague, "I want to be rich," but something like $250,000 in 12 months. See that number on paper. Feel it under your fingertips, and let it become a tangible target. Now we move from writing to feeling. The 3-step ritual is simple yet transformative. Write, visualize, and feel. Write your amount with precision. Close your eyes and picture the day you have already received it. The bank notification, the check in your hand, the freedom in your breath. Feel the surge of pride, the rush of relief, the calm of security. This is not daydreaming. This is the brain's rehearsal of reality. When you rehearse the future in the present tense, you rewire your subconscious to treat that future as fact. If that feeling sparked a pulse in your chest, smash that like button. The act of liking sends a tiny dopamine hit that reinforces the very neural pathways we're building. Your brain loves the reward, and it will remember this moment as a win. Desire alone is a spark. It needs a plan to become a flame. Transform your desire into a smart action plan: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, if your goal is $250,000, break it down. Create 3 income streams by week 4, launch a digital product by month 2, and secure a high-ticket client by month 4. Write the first line of that plan in the comments, and let the community hold you accountable. Accountability is the invisible hand that pushes you when motivation wanes. But a plan without persistence is just a list of wishes. Persistence is the engine that turns the spark into a blazing inferno. The universe does not hand you opportunities. It rewards those who keep moving toward their target despite obstacles. Each setback is a test of how deeply your desire is embedded. Ask yourself, is your desire strong enough to survive a rejection, a failed pitch, a sleepless night? If the answer is yes, you have already crossed the first threshold. Now let's talk about the alignment of desire with the world around you. When your desire is anchored deep in your subconscious, the external environment begins to rearrange itself. People you never met start showing up with offers. Doors you never noticed swing open, and coincidences become patterns. Imagine your desire as a magnet. The stronger the magnet, the more metal it pulls. The universe has no choice but to align with the force you emit. At this point, you might wonder how to keep the fire alive when the daily grind tries to dim it. The answer lies in daily reinforcement. Every morning before you check your phone, spend 2 minutes revisiting your written desire, visualizing the outcome, and feeling the emotions as if they are already yours. This tiny ritual compounds, building a mental infrastructure that supports massive wealth creation. Now that we have built a solid foundation of desire, we must add the next essential ingredient: faith. Faith is the invisible bridge that carries your desire from thought to reality. It is not a vague hope. It is an absolute certainty that what you desire is already on its way to you. Faith activates the subconscious mind, turning it into a relentless search engine for opportunities that match your goal. To develop true faith, you must combine visualization with emotional intensity. Picture your future success as vividly as you did before. But this time, amplify the feeling until it floods every cell in your body. The more you can make the future feel present, the stronger the belief becomes. A simple exercise. Close your eyes, inhale deeply, and imagine holding a check for $250,000. Feel the weight, the texture, the temperature. Hear the congratulatory voice of a friend. Let that emotion saturate you. This is the core of faith. Affirmations are another powerful tool. Speak statements as if they are facts. I am a magnet for wealth. Opportunities flow to me effortlessly. I have already earned $250,000. Repeat them with conviction, at sunrise and before sleep. The repetition carves the belief into the deepest layers of your mind, making doubt a stranger. Faith without action is a ship with a powerful engine, but no helm. You must pair belief with concrete steps that align with your desire. Each action you take reinforces the neural pattern that you are a creator of wealth. When doubt creeps in, counter it instantly with a positive affirmation or a vivid flash of your future success. The mind is a garden. Feed it with belief, water it with action, and prune the weeds of skepticism. If this insight is lighting a fire inside you, consider subscribing. The journey ahead only gets more intense, and you deserve to stay on this path. Also, let me know in the comments what your biggest financial dream is. Hearing your goals helps shape the next chapters. We have now set the stage with desire, the spark, and a faith, the bridge. The next pillar will dive into the mechanics of programming your subconscious, turning those sparks and bridges into a highway of abundance. Stay with me, because the techniques that follow are the exact methods millionaires use to rewire their minds, attract wealth, and live lives most people only imagine. The secret formula is about to unfold. and you are the hero who will claim it. Now, let us crack open the vault of your subconscious, the hidden engine that powers every decision, every habit, every glimpse of opportunity that you might miss if you keep it dormant. Imagine your mind as a massive library, rows upon rows of shelves stacked with every belief you have ever accepted, every story you have ever told yourself. Some of those books are dusty, outdated, written in ink that no longer serves you. Others are fresh, vibrant, pulsing with the promise of wealth and freedom. The job of this next pillar is to become the head librarian, to pull the right volumes from the stacks, to rewrite the pages that hold you back, and to stamp new titles that scream abundance. First, understand that your subconscious does not care about logic. It cares about emotion. It is a giant magnetic field that attracts whatever feels true in the moment. When you feed it fear, it will spin a web of scarcity. When you feed it certainty, it will draw streams of prosperity. The secret technique that millionaires use is called emotional imprinting. It is as simple as it is powerful. You create a vivid, emotionally charged scene of the life you desire, and you replay it until your brain cannot distinguish the imagined from the real. This is not daydreaming. It is a surgical strike on the neural pathways that dictate your reality. Close your eyes now. Take a deep breath, feel the air fill your lungs, and let it out slowly, releasing any tension. Picture yourself standing on a balcony overlooking a city skyline at sunrise. The light is golden, spilling over glass towers that glitter like a field of coins. Hear the distant hum of traffic, the soft chatter of people who are already living the life you aim for. In your hand, you hold a check. Not just any check, but a check that reads $250,000, the exact amount you set as your target. Feel the weight of the paper, the smoothness of the ink, the crispness of the edges. Hear the celebratory voice of a close friend saying, "You did it. You finally broke through." Let that feeling flood every cell. Let it pulse through your veins. Let it reverberate in your chest. Hold that image for at least 30 seconds. Then open your eyes. That is the core of emotional imprinting. A short, intense burst of feeling that writes a new script into the deepest layers of your mind. Now, let us turn that image into a daily ritual. The method is called the 3-step imprint cycle. Step 1. Write the vision in present tense, as if it is already yours. Write, "I am receiving $250,000 this month." Step 2. Read it aloud with conviction, letting your voice carry the certainty of a proclamation. Step 3. Close your eyes and relive the feeling for at least 10 seconds. Then repeat the cycle 3 times each morning and 3 times each night. Consistency is the key. The more often you repeat, the stronger the neural pathway becomes, and the more inevitable the outcome appears to your subconscious. You may be wondering, will simply visualizing bring me money? The answer is not a simple yes or no. It is a powerful yes, but only when paired with another essential element: belief. Belief is the fuel that keeps the engine running. To cultivate belief, you must dismantle the limiting stories that have been feeding your subconscious for years. Think about the most common lie you tell yourself about money. Perhaps you think, "I never have enough," or "rich people are greedy," or "I'm not smart enough to create wealth." Write those lies down on a piece of paper. Then, for each lie, write a counter statement that is true, empowering, and aligned with your goal. For example, replace "I never have enough" with "I attract exactly the resources I need to thrive." Replace "Rich people are greedy" with "Wealth is a tool for generosity and impact." Replace "I'm not smart enough" with "I am constantly learning and expanding my capacity to create value." Read these new statements aloud every time a limiting thought tries to surface. Over time, the old stories lose their grip, and the new narratives take root. But belief alone is not enough. You must also program the subconscious through a technique called the subconscious anchor. An anchor is a specific sensory trigger that you associate with a powerful emotional state. To create an anchor, choose a simple physical action. A tap on the thumb, a squeeze of the forefinger, or a deep exhale. While you are in the peak of the emotional imprint, perform the chosen action. Repeat this pairings 10 times, each time you feel the emotion intensely. After a few days, the simple physical cue will automatically summon the feeling of wealth and confidence, even in moments of doubt. Use this anchor before important meetings, before making a purchase decision, or whenever you need a boost of certainty. It is a secret weapon that elite performers use to stay in flow. Now, let us talk about the science behind all of this. Your brain is made of plastic, a property called neuroplasticity. Every thought, every feeling, every action creates a pathway, a road that the brain travels more easily the more it is used. When you repeatedly feed your subconscious with images of wealth, with affirmations of abundance, with anchored emotions of success, you are literally reshaping the architecture of your mind. The old dusty shelves that held scarcity are replaced by bright, modern aisles that showcase opportunity. Researchers have shown that just a few weeks of consistent mental rehearsal can improve performance in sports, music, and business by as much as 30%. Imagine what it can do for your financial reality when you apply the same principle with laser focus. To accelerate this rewiring, incorporate a meditation practice that targets the alpha-theta brainwave state. This state, often called the creative zone, is where the subconscious is most receptive to suggestion. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe slowly, counting each inhale and exhale up to 4. After a few minutes, you will notice a gentle hum in the back of your mind, a feeling of lightness. At that moment, whisper your wealth affirmation, "I am a magnet for money," and let it echo. Remain in that space for at least 5 minutes, allowing the words to settle into the deeper layers of your mind. Do this meditation daily, preferably in the early morning before the day's distractions begin. You will feel a subtle shift, a quiet confidence that grows stronger with each session. You might be thinking, "I don't have time for all of this." The truth is, the most successful people treat these practices as non-negotiable appointments, just like a business meeting or workout. They understand that the return on investment is exponential. If you can spare a few minutes each day, you will reap a lifetime of compounded wealth. Consider it the most important transaction you will ever make. You give a small portion of your time, and the universe returns limitless abundance. Now that we have built the foundation of subconscious programming, let us move to the next hidden chapter. The sixth sense, the intuitive radar that alerts you to opportunities before anyone else even sees them. This is not mystical fluff. It is a finely tuned skill that can be cultivated through deliberate practice. Think of it as a radar system that scans the environment for frequency patterns that match the vibration of your desire. When you are aligned, the radar lights up and you receive nudges, a sudden idea, a chance encounter, a gut feeling that tells you to act. The key is to recognize these signals and act on them quickly, because the window of opportunity is often fleeting. To sharpen this radar, you must first quiet the noise of the mind. That noise is the endless chatter of worries, doubts, and external opinions that drown out the subtle whispers of intuition. One effective method is called the sensory reset. Every hour, pause for 30 seconds. Close your eyes and focus on the sounds around you. The hum of a fan, the distant traffic, the rustle of paper. Then, shift your attention to the feeling of your feet on the floor, the pressure of the chair against your back. This brief reset grounds you in the present moment, making space for intuitive signals to surface. Practice this reset throughout the day, and you will notice that ideas begin to appear more spontaneously. Another powerful practice is the What If journal. At the end of each day, write down any moments where you felt a tug, a sudden insight, or a strong inclination toward a particular action. Even if it seemed trivial, capture it. Over time, patterns will emerge, revealing the areas where your intuition is most reliable. Review your journal weekly and notice the correlation between the ideas you recorded and the outcomes you experienced. This feedback loop reinforces your trust in the inner guide. Now, let's combine intuition with the subconscious programming we have already installed. When a gut feeling arises, treat it as a signal from your newly programmed mind saying, "This aligns with your wealth blueprint." Before you act, run a quick mental check. Does the feeling generate excitement, a sense of purpose, a vivid feeling of success? If yes, move forward decisively. If the feeling is accompanied by fear or hesitation, pause and ask yourself whether the fear is a lingering scar from old scarcity beliefs. If it is, apply the anchor technique you learned earlier to replace the fear with the confidence you have been building. By doing so, you create a seamless loop where intuition and subconscious belief reinforce each other, propelling you toward the wealth you seek. Next, we will explore the chapter of strategic alignment, the process of matching your external actions with the internal programming you have cultivated. This is where the magic of momentum happens. Imagine you are a surfer riding a massive wave. Your subconscious belief system is the board. The visualization and affirmations are the wax that gives you grip. And your intuition is the wind that pushes you forward. Your actions, the paddling, the timing of the pop-up, the direction you steer, must be in harmony with the board and the wind. If any element is out of sync, you risk wiping out. One of the most effective alignment tools is the Daily Power Plan. At the start of each day, write down 3 concrete actions that directly support your wealth goal. These actions must be specific, measurable, and tied to the vision you have imprinted. For example, send 3 partnership proposals to potential high-ticket clients, or research and invest in 1 new asset class with a minimum return of 15%. The key is to keep the list short so you can execute with focus. As you complete each task, cross it off and feel the surge of progress. This simple habit creates a chain reaction, reinforcing the belief that you are actively shaping your financial destiny. Another hidden chapter is the feedback amplification loop. The universe sends you signals in the form of results. A sale closed, a new contact made, a small profit earned. Instead of merely acknowledging the outcome, amplify it by celebrating loudly, by sharing it with a supportive community, by writing it down as proof of your growing wealth. This celebration sends a powerful reinforcement signal to the subconscious, telling it that success is expected, not occasional. Over time, the brain begins to anticipate positive results, increasing confidence and reducing the fear of failure. Now, let us address a common obstacle that derails even the most motivated people: the plateau. After a period of rapid growth, many feel stuck, as if the engine has sputtered. This is often a sign that the subconscious programming has become too comfortable, that the mind has settled into a new comfort zone. To break through, you must introduce novelty, a new challenge that stretches the mental muscles. This could be a higher financial target, a new skill acquisition, or a bold venture into an unfamiliar market. The moment you step outside the familiar, the brain re-engages its plasticity, forming fresh pathways that reinvigorate the wealth attraction mechanism. To facilitate this, employ the challenge escalation protocol. Identify a current goal, then add a twist that raises the stakes by a meaningful amount. For instance, increase your monthly income target by 30%. Or aim to close a deal twice the size of your previous biggest contract. Write this new challenge down. Visualize it with the same intensity as before, and embed it into your daily affirmations. The increased difficulty signals to the subconscious that you are not complacent, that you are continuously expanding your capacity. As you meet each escalated challenge, your confidence compounds, and the wealth flow accelerates. At this point, you might be feeling a surge of excitement, perhaps a slight overwhelm, as the amount of new information settles in. That is exactly what we want, a sign that you are stretching your mental boundaries. Remember, the secret formula is not a one-time fix. It is a living system that you nurture daily. The more you feed it with vivid images, strong belief, anchored emotions, intuitive action, and strategic alignment, the more it expands, drawing greater abundance into your reality. Before we move into the final hidden chapter, the mastery of sustained abundance, let's pause for a quick check-in. If any part of this journey resonated with you, type the word aligned in the comments. Let me know which technique you are most eager to try today. Your response not only helps me tailor future content, but also creates a ripple of accountability among the community. Seeing others share their commitments fuels the collective energy, making every individual success more probable. Now, as we approach the culmination of this mental wealth blueprint, we arrive at the ultimate secret: the perpetual wealth loop. This is the chapter that ties together desire, faith, subconscious programming, intuition, and strategic action into a self-sustaining cycle that keeps on giving. The loop works like a well-oiled machine. The more you feed it with positive outcomes, the more it generates new opportunities, which you then capture, creating further positive outcomes. It is a virtuous spiral that, once set in motion, requires minimal conscious effort to maintain. The first gear of the loop is gratitude. Gratitude is the catalyst that accelerates the flow of wealth energy. Each morning, before you begin any task, list 3 things you are grateful for that are directly related to your financial journey. a recent profit, a supportive mentor, a new client inquiry. Feel the gratitude deeply, as if you are already holding that abundance. This simple act shifts the brain's focus from lack to abundance, increasing the frequency at which you attract new wealth signals. The second gear is reflection. At the end of each day, review what you accomplished, no matter how small. Acknowledge the steps you took toward your goal, the moments you trusted your intuition, the times you used your anchor to stay confident. Write a brief note about the most impactful win of the day. This reflection reinforces the neural pathways associated with success, making them stronger for tomorrow. The third gear is contribution. Wealth is not a closed loop. It expands when you give back. Choose a way to share your growing prosperity. A donation, a mentorship session, a simple act of kindness. When you contribute, you signal to the subconscious that you are a conduit of abundance, not a hoarder. This deepens the sense of purpose behind your wealth, aligning it with a higher mission, which in turn attracts even larger streams of prosperity. Finally, the fourth gear is renewal. Periodically reassess your vision, your goals, and your affirmations. As you grow, your original targets may no longer feel challenging enough. Upgrade them, rewrite them in more expansive language, and repeat the imprint cycle with the new vision. This keeps the subconscious constantly engaged, always reaching for a higher level, never settling. When these four gears spin together, you create a self-reinforcing engine that propels you forward without the need for constant external motivation. The mental wealth formula, once internalized, becomes an automatic response. You see an opportunity, you act with confidence, you celebrate the win, you give back, and the cycle begins again. This is the secret that the most successful entrepreneurs have guarded for decades. Not a trick, but a disciplined practice. Now, I want you to take a moment and picture yourself at the end of this journey, 5 years from now, living the life you have just begun to design. See the house, the freedom, the ability to travel wherever you desire, the impact you are making on those you love. Feel the certainty that your mind has been rewired, that scarcity no longer whispers in your ear. Know that every step you take from this moment forward is a brick in the foundation of that future. The power is already within you. All you need to do is keep building. If you feel that surge of possibility, if your heart is beating a little faster, that's a sign the subconscious is aligning with the new story you are writing. Let that feeling be your fuel. Keep the daily practices alive. Keep the gratitude flowing. Keep the reflection honest. Keep the contribution generous. And keep the renewal sharp. In doing so, you will not only attract wealth, you will become a magnet for all forms of abundance. Health, relationships, freedom, purpose. Before we close, remember that transformation is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be days when the mind rebels, when old doubts surface, when the external world seems to push back. In those moments, return to the anchor, repeat the affirmation, and ground yourself in the present feeling of success you have already created. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to dissolve resistance. The subconscious is pliable, and you are the master sculptor. If this entire blueprint has sparked a fire inside you, let the world know. Drop a comment below describing the first step you will take today. Whether it is writing your vision, setting your anchor, or performing your morning gratitude, Share this video with anyone you know who needs a breakthrough. Because the more minds we awaken, the stronger the collective energy becomes. And if you found value in this deep dive, give it a thumbs up. That simple gesture reinforces the message in the brain, both yours and the algorithms, helping more seekers discover the path. Finally, stay connected for the next chapters that will dive even deeper into advanced techniques. Quantum visualization, wealth frequency meditation, and network alchemy, all designed to accelerate your trajectory toward limitless prosperity. Until then, keep your mind sharp, your heart open, and your actions relentless. You are the hero of this story, the author of your destiny, and the magnet for the wealth you deserve. The secret formula is yours. Claim it, live it, and watch the world bend to your will. And as you stand on the edge of this transformation, feel the pulse of possibility beating louder than ever before. The mind, once a quiet observer, is now a roaring engine, ready to convert every thought into a stream of real, tangible wealth. This is the moment where the hidden chapters begin to unveil themselves, one by one, like secret doors in a grand cathedral of abundance. Imagine a world where every decision you make ripples outward, attracting opportunities like a magnet pulls iron filings. Picture yourself walking into a room and instantly sensing the hidden currents of profit, the silent agreements waiting to be sealed, the unspoken promises of partnership. That is not a fantasy. It is the result of mastering the sixth sense, the intuitive compass that guides the most successful entrepreneurs. Let us dive into the next hidden chapter, the art of persistent action. Persistence is not merely stubbornness. It is the disciplined, unwavering commitment to push forward, even when the road seems to disappear beneath your feet. Think of a river carving its path through solid stone, not by force, but by relentless, steady flow. Your thoughts are the water, your actions the river, and the wealth you seek is the canyon waiting to be revealed. First, you must align your daily rituals with the vibration of abundance. Begin each morning with a focused breath, inhaling success, exhaling doubt. Visualize the exact amount you desire, not as a vague number, but as a vivid, living picture. See the numbers on a bank statement, feel the weight of the cash in your hands, hear the sound of a celebratory toast. This is not daydreaming. It is a precise neurological rehearsal that reprograms the subconscious to accept wealth as a natural state. Now, embed this vision into a concrete habit loop. The loop consists of cue, routine, reward. Your cue could be the moment you sit at your desk, your routine the 5-minute visualization, and your reward the feeling of already possessing the wealth you seek. Over time, the brain begins to associate the cue with the reward, and the subconscious starts to generate the actions necessary to bring that reward into reality. When resistance arises, as it inevitably will, recognize it as a signal, not a barrier. The mind will conjure doubts, whispering that the goal is too lofty, that the odds are stacked against you. Each whisper is an invitation to deepen your practice, to reinforce the neural pathways that say, I am capable. Answer those whispers with a firm affirmation. I am already wealthy, and every step I take confirms it. Speak this aloud. Feel the vibration in your throat. Let it echo through your entire being. The next hidden chapter reveals the power of strategic networking, the alchemy of turning connections into capital. Wealth does not grow in isolation. It thrives in ecosystems of mutual benefit. Approach each interaction as a transaction of value, asking yourself not, "What can I gain?" but, "What can I give?" When you become a source of solutions, the universe repays you in kind, often in ways you could not have imagined. Visualize a web of relationships, each strand glowing with potential, each node a partner, a mentor, a client, a collaborator. See yourself moving effortlessly through this web, pulling resources toward you with every step. To activate this network, practice the art of mindful listening. When someone speaks, focus entirely on their words, their tone, their underlying needs. Respond not with rehearsed scripts, but with authentic insight that addresses those needs directly. This creates a resonance that attracts reciprocity, a magnetic pull that draws opportunities toward you like a tide to the moon. Now, let us explore the secret of wealth frequency meditation, a technique used by elite performers to align their energetic field with the frequency of abundance. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and begin to count slowly to 10, inhaling for a count of 1, 2, 3, and exhaling for 4, 5, 6. As you settle into this rhythm, imagine a golden light surrounding your heart, expanding outward, harmonizing with the universal vibration of prosperity. Feel the light pulse, each beat syncing with the beat of the universe, each pulse a declaration that you are a conduit for wealth. As the meditation deepens, bring to mind a specific financial goal. See it not as a distant dream, but as a present reality already manifested. Observe the details, the texture of the paper, the crispness of the bills, the satisfaction of a balanced ledger. Allow this image to fill your entire field of vision, to become the dominant frequency in your mind. Stay in this state for several minutes, then gently return to ordinary awareness, carrying the imprint of that frequency with you throughout the day. The final hidden chapter we will uncover today is the elimination of limiting beliefs, the mental clutter that blocks the flow of riches. These beliefs are like invisible walls built from past experiences, societal conditioning, and self-doubt. To dismantle them, you must first identify them with ruthless honesty. Ask yourself, what story am I telling myself about money? Write down every negative statement that surfaces. I'm not good with money. I'll never be rich. Financial success is for others. Then, rewrite each statement into its opposite, turning scarcity into abundance, doubt into confidence. Take each rewritten affirmation and embed it into a daily ritual. Place it on your mirror. Repeat it each time you brush your teeth. Whisper it before you sleep. The repetition creates new neural pathways, gradually erasing the old, limiting circuits. Over time, the subconscious accepts the new narrative as truth, and your external reality reshapes to reflect it. At this point, you might wonder how all these pieces, desire, persistence, intuitive sensing, strategic networking, frequency meditation, belief reprogramming, fit together into a cohesive whole. Think of a symphony, each instrument playing its part, contributing to a harmonious masterpiece. Your mind is the conductor, directing each section with precision, ensuring that every note resonates at the exact frequency of wealth. When you practice these techniques consistently, you will notice subtle shifts first, an unexpected invitation, a sudden surge of confidence, a fleeting thought that leads to a lucrative venture. These are the early notes of the symphony, hints of the greater composition that is about to unfold. Trust them, follow them, and let them guide you toward the grand crescendo of financial freedom. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and feel the energy in this room, the energy in your own body. Notice the excitement building, the anticipation of a new chapter in your life. If you feel that spark, let it ignite a fire within you. Comment below with the first action you will take after this video. Whether it is writing your precise financial vision, starting your daily visualization practice, or reaching out to a potential mentor. Your comment not only holds you accountable, it also creates a ripple effect, inspiring others who are on the same journey. If this blueprint has lit a flame in your heart, give this video a thumbs up. That simple gesture does more than acknowledge the content. It reinforces the neural pathways associated with positive reinforcement, both in your brain and in the algorithm that brings this knowledge to more seekers. By liking, you become part of a collective force, a wave of high-vibration individuals moving toward abundance together. And if you feel called to stay connected, consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell. Not as a sales pitch, but as a pact, a promise to yourself that you will continue to receive the most advanced techniques, the hidden strategies that the wealthiest minds guard fiercely. Each new video will dive deeper into quantum visualization, wealth frequency meditation, network alchemy, and the subtle arts that accelerate your trajectory toward limitless prosperity. Remember, transformation is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be days when the mind rebels, when old doubts surface, when the external world seems to push back. In those moments, return to the anchor, repeat the affirmation, and ground yourself in the present feeling of success you have already created. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to dissolve resistance. The subconscious is pliable, and you are the master sculptor. As we near the close of this extensive journey, I want you to visualize the final scene of your story. See yourself standing on a balcony overlooking a city of opportunity. The sun setting behind you, casting a golden glow over the horizon. Feel the wind of confidence brushing your face. Hear the distant hum of thriving enterprises you have built. Sense the steady rhythm of cash flow coursing through your life. This image is not a distant fantasy. It is the destination your mind is already mapping, waiting for you to step across the threshold. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, release any lingering hesitation. Let the certainty of your new identity settle like a stone in your chest. A stone of unwavering wealth, of relentless purpose, of boundless possibility. From this place, every decision you make will be guided by the knowledge that you are already the embodiment of abundance. If today's deep dive has sparked a fire inside you, let the world know. Share this video with anyone you know who needs a breakthrough. Because the more minds we awaken, the stronger the collective energy becomes. And if you found value in this exploration, give it a thumbs up. That simple gesture reinforces the message in the brain, both yours and the algorithms, helping more seekers discover the path. Finally, stay connected for the next chapters that will dive even deeper into advanced techniques, quantum visualization, wealth frequency meditation, and network alchemy, all designed to accelerate your trajectory toward limitless prosperity. Until then, Keep your mind sharp, your heart open, and your actions relentless. You are the hero of this story, the author of your destiny, and the magnet for the wealth you deserve. The secret formula is yours. Claim it, live it, and watch the world bend to your will. As we near the close of this extensive journey, I want you to visualize the final scene of your story. See yourself standing on a balcony overlooking a city of opportunity. The sun setting behind you, casting a golden glow over the horizon. Feel the wind of confidence brushing your face. Hear the distant hum of thriving enterprises you have built. Sense the steady rhythm of cash flow coursing through your life. This image is not a distant fantasy. It is the destination your mind is already mapping, waiting for you to step across the threshold. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, release any lingering hesitation. Let the certainty of your new identity settle like a stone in your chest. A stone of unwavering wealth, of relentless purpose, of boundless possibility. From this place, every decision you make will be guided by the knowledge that you are already the embodiment of abundance. Now, let's dive into the hidden chapter that most seekers overlook, the chapter of quantum visualization. This is not the ordinary daydreaming that drifts away with the morning light. Quantum visualization is a precise, high-frequency alignment of your inner field with the external reality you desire. Imagine your mind as a tuning fork, vibrating at a frequency that attracts the exact frequency of monetary influx. When you focus your thoughts with laser-like clarity, you create a resonance that the universe cannot ignore. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture a stream of golden light flowing from the crown of your head down through every cell of your body. See that light forming a bridge, a conduit, between the present you and the future you who already holds the wealth you seek. Feel the weight of that future in your hands. Notice how heavy it feels, how real it becomes. This is the power of quantum visualization. It collapses the distance between possibility and reality, turning potential into tangible result. To practice this, follow the 3-step protocol that the most successful entrepreneurs swear by. First, define a crystal-clear image of the financial milestone you aim to achieve. It could be a specific sum, a particular lifestyle, or a business milestone. Second, attach a vivid emotional charge to that image. Joy, pride, relief, excitement. The stronger the emotion, the stronger the magnetic pull. Third, repeat this visualization twice a day, once at sunrise and once at sunset, for a minimum of 20 minutes each session. Consistency is the engine that keeps the frequency humming. If you felt the surge of energy in that brief exercise, let me know in the comments. Share the word quantum and tell me what you visualized. The more you articulate it, the more the subconscious locks it in place, and the faster the external world will rearrange itself to meet you. Moving beyond visualization, we arrive at the realm of wealth frequency meditation. This practice taps into the subtle vibrations that underlie all matter, including money itself. Think of money as a waveform, a pattern of energy that flows through the collective consciousness. When you align your personal frequency with that waveform, you become a magnet drawing in streams of capital with effortless ease. Begin by sitting comfortably, spine straight, eyes gently closed. Inhale slowly, counting to 4. Hold for a breath of 4, exhale for 4, and pause for 4. This square breathing creates a rhythmic pulse that steadies the nervous system. As you settle into the rhythm, imagine a deep, resonant hum emanating from the center of the earth, rising up through your soles, filling your body with a golden glow. With each inhale, draw that glow higher. With each exhale, radiate it outward, sending ripples of wealth energy into the world. After a few minutes, shift your focus to a mantra of abundance. Choose a phrase that feels powerful to you, something like, "I am a conduit of limitless prosperity." Speak it silently, syncing it with your breath. Feel the words vibrating through every fiber of your being, reinforcing the neural pathways that command abundance. When you finish, open your eyes and notice how the room seems brighter, how opportunities that were once hidden now glimmer with possibility. If this meditation sparked a shift in your perception, give this video a thumbs up. That simple gesture sends a signal to the algorithm, amplifying the reach of this knowledge. And it also reinforces the neural loop in your own brain, cementing the habit of positive reinforcement. Now, let's explore network alchemy, the art of turning relationships into reservoirs of wealth. Every successful individual surrounds themselves with a web of like-minded, high-vibration people. These connections are not merely social niceties. They are catalytic agents that accelerate your trajectory. Think of each relationship as a strand of gold thread woven into the fabric of your destiny. The stronger and more purposeful each strand, the more resilient your net of support becomes. To practice network alchemy, start by mapping your current circle. Identify those who uplift, inspire, and challenge you to grow. Then, seek out new connections that embody the qualities you aspire to develop. Attend mastermind groups, virtual summits, or local gatherings where high performers converge. Approach each interaction with a mindset of service. Ask how you can add value before you ask for anything in return. When you give first, you create a debt of gratitude that the universe repays in unexpected ways. A practical exercise. Each day, reach out to one person you admire, whether through a thoughtful email, a brief video message, or a genuine comment on their content. Express sincere appreciation for something specific they've done, and subtly share a glimpse of your own vision. This creates a bridge of mutual respect and opens the door for collaborative opportunities that can multiply your income streams. If you've already taken a step toward expanding your network, comment below with the name of the person you reached out to and what you said. Sharing your experience fuels a community of action, and the collective energy will elevate everyone's results. We have now uncovered the final layers of the secret formula. The integration of desire, faith, subconscious programming, quantum visualization, wealth frequency meditation, and network alchemy. Each component is a gear in the grand machine of prosperity. When all gears mesh perfectly, the engine roars, propelling you toward the life you were always meant to live. Before we close, I want to remind you of the power of persistence. The road to wealth is not a straight line. It is a winding path with peaks and valleys. Yet, every setback is simply a signal to adjust your internal compass, not a reason to abandon the journey. Recall the story of the alchemist who turned lead into gold, not by force, but by patience, by trusting the process, by continuously refining his approach. You are that alchemist, and every thought you sculpt shapes the metal of your destiny. Take a moment now to reaffirm your commitment. Speak aloud. I am the master of my mind, the architect of my wealth, the magnet for abundance. Feel the words reverberate through your chest, anchoring your resolve. Let this affirmation be the cornerstone upon which you rebuild any doubts that arise. If this deep dive has ignited a fire inside you, let the world know. Share this video with anyone you know who needs a breakthrough. Because the more minds we awaken, the stronger the collective energy becomes. And if you found value in this exploration, give it a thumbs up. That simple gesture reinforces the message in the brain, both yours and the algorithms, helping more seekers discover the path. Finally, stay connected for the next chapters that will dive even deeper into advanced techniques, quantum visualization, wealth frequency meditation, and network alchemy, all designed to accelerate your trajectory toward limitless prosperity. Until then, keep your mind sharp, your heart open, and your actions relentless. You are the hero of this story, the author of your destiny, and the magnet for the wealth you deserve. The secret formula is yours. Claim it, live it, and watch the world bend to your will. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next installment. Your journey is just beginning, and every new insight will add another brick to the empire you are building. Stay vigilant, stay hungry, and most importantly, stay aligned with the frequency of abundance. The universe is waiting to respond to your call. Let's answer together.